Hi, I'm Caroline Pitt from Caroline Pitt Fitness. I'm a personal trainer and a fitness instructor. Today I'm going to show you how to stretch post-run. Start off with basics, one leg up, supporting knees soft, knees are together. We're stretching that big muscle at the front of the leg. If you can't feel the stretch, you just want to bring it back very slightly, that's fine. The other thing to bear in mind is you need to keep the knees together to feel the stretch. Some of you, I see you do this, you're not going to feel the stretch. You need to bring that leg together. Good. Change sides. The supporting leg is soft and this leg is feeling the stretch. Again, if you want to pull that back, you can to get an increased stretch in that area. Giving that a really good stretch. Excellent. Now, the other stretch we're going to do, some of you I see do this in parks and different places. You can hold on to something and it might be advisable. If you don't have to, then obviously you can balance, fantastic. One leg's going to come up across the other leg. So you're in this position here and you're going to bend. See? I'm already dropping over, so I'll show you holding on to something. It is easier, to be fair. So you're just going to drop this hip over here. So you want to get a stretch down this area around the glute coming into the iliotibial band, which is often referred to as the IT band. As you bend the supporting leg, even more, this stretch is going to increase. Okay, so that's how you increase the stretch. And we will change legs. So we're going to bring this leg up, we're going to cross it over, and we're going to bend. Now, good. And you can feel the stretch through here. You'll notice that I could balance on one side better than the other, often the way. We all have areas that we're better one side than the other. That's not unusual. So this side I don't feel like I need to hold on to something, whereas the other side I felt I did. Feeling that stretch through that side area here. Dropping the knee again just to increase that stretch. Excellent, and you can this is a really good stretch post run. Bring that leg down. The other stretch we're going to do is we're going to do the hamstrings. We're going to literally reach up, we dive down. Imagine that from here down, you're slicing yourself in half and you're pushing the bottom back. Can you see my back? It's not rolling, it's folding. I like to use that word folding because the back comes down in one position. It doesn't cause any stress through the lower back. It's really important when you do this stretch that you don't stretch hurting your back. You must feel this through the back of the legs and the calves, not in the lower back. And you roll back up. Excellent. I'm going to come back up. Next stretch is very similar. We're going to put one leg behind the other leg so you can see I'm crossing the legs. I'm now going to go down into the same position as far as I'm comfortable. Some of you won't be able to touch the floor, that's fine. You'll find it easier just to hold on to the legs in a comfortable position. And I'm just going to push my hip out towards this way, very slightly, to increase the stretch. And come back up. Excellent, we're going to change sides. So this leg's now going to go behind the other leg, so it's a cross position. And we're going to fold, we're going to go down. Again, you need to push this hip this time towards there. So you're increasing that stretch all down the side of the leg and the back of the legs are getting a stretch also. Dropping that neck, don't put the head up like this, put the neck down so it's nice and comfortable. And we're going to roll back up. The other thing to consider when you've done a run is your arms. We often forget the arms, got soft elbows. You can see I'm pulling the shoulder blades. Again, I like to tip on this one so I can get a really good range on the stretch across the front of the chest. My knees are soft, shoulder blades are together, and I'm getting a really good stretch through here. And up we come. I'm going to bring one arm up, so we're just stretching out the tricep area. Shoulders work when we run. We forget that, but your shoulders will work when you run. Change arms. Giving that a really good stretch. Now, another stretch I really like to do when I'm running, and it's a calf stretch. Again, you work in your range. I'm going to try and show you against the wall over this side. Hopefully you can see me. What we need to do is we need to bend the legs so that the foot that's coming forward, we angle the heel into the wall, so it's going towards the wall. So we're going to angle this heel. Can you see how flat my foot is? Hopefully you can see that. I'm going to come over a little bit so you can see okay. Just let me shift over a little bit. And I'm going to, as I come up, I'm getting a really big stretch with that Achilles and that calf area. This stretch is very similar to the stretch where you drop off a step, where your heels drop off a step. But I find this one actually better, personally, when I've been for a run. I find this more effective. And we're going to change legs. Bend both knees, I find that easier. Bring that foot in, you can see how flat the foot is towards the wall. I've got the heel tucked under, and as I come up, I push up, I get a stretch through that calf. If you find you can't feel that stretch, I suggest you just do it again. So you just get a little bit lower and tuck that heel in and come up and work in your range. Make sure you are doing this stretch and you're working or you're stretching the right area, which is the lower part of the leg, the calf area. Give that a really good stretch there. Good. Hold and stretch and relax that off. Finally, I always think one of the best stretches really is a downward dog. So what we're going to do here is we are going to bend the knees, we go down, we walk into the position, which is effectively a triangle. Okay, I'm going to move over so you can see me in view, hopefully. Now, my knees are not, my feet are not on the floor, they're targeting the floor, they're slightly off the floor. My head tucks under, so my spine is in a relatively straight position, and my head is targeting the floor. By doing that, I get a really big stretch down the back of those legs. Really feeling it. And then one by one, I'm just going to bend. Just going to bend the legs. And then I'm feeling that stretch. And when you're ready, slowly walk up, bending the knees on the walk up position and coming through the legs as you come up. Roll the shoulders and deep breath. Breathe in, dive back and roll the shoulders. Well done. Excellent. Thanks for joining me.